Hi, it's Deb, and I'm feeling called to connect with all of the all of the women right now who can relate to trying to figure things out in their life, whether it's figuring out your addiction or figuring out how you're going to handle a situation or figuring out your life in general. I feel like I feel like the energy of figuring things out, of being in our head, of being obsessed is so classic addict brain. And I was laughing at myself this morning because I totally woke up with addict brain. And I was speaking with a woman who I work with, who I've been helping with around her addiction, and she was saying to me this morning, I feel so lost and I feel so disconnected, and last night I felt really good, and now this morning I'm feeling totally uneasy and totally uncomfortable, and it feels like everything's gone. And in the moment that she wrote that to me, it was in a text. I I all of a sudden got hit with this like addict's amnesia. I feel like there's this amnesia that so many of us wake up with in the morning where maybe yesterday was a totally fine day, maybe it wasn't a fine day, but somehow we wake up each morning and it's like we've forgotten We've forgotten that it's okay. We've forgotten that we're okay. We've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten why we're here. It's like we just sort of like wake up and it's like, oh my God, how the hell am I going to do this day? And that used to really freak the crap out of me. And that used to just spin me out because I would just spend the entire day trying to figure out how I was going to figure out my life, obsessing about how I was going to control and fix things and how things needed to be and how people needed to be, and trying to get all the pieces in place so that I felt okay on the inside. And today I have this different, like I feel like I'm on the other side, and it's not that those feelings don't come up sometimes, but that there's this like perspective or this experience that I have around those feelings that it doesn't spin me out anymore. Like I kind of look at it and I'm like, oh yeah. So I just today realized I'm like, oh yeah, that's this addict's amnesia. That's this thing. And what I do on mornings that I wake up and I'm like, okay, who am I and what am I doing and where am I and what's going on, is is I see it really as a gift, because it reminds me, it's almost like this little love tap from the universe. Like, hey, sit still and and drop in for a moment and connect into your heart and just listen and remember. Remember that you're not alone. Remember that it's all already being taken care of for you. Remember that you are infinitely connected. And I pause, I drop in, I connect into my heart, and I remember. And I remember not just my connection to God and to myself, but I remember my connection to you. And I remember why I'm here. And it's so that I can show up in the realness and the rawness of who I am and where I am, and share that authentically so that you don't feel alone, and so that you know that there's hope. So thank you so much for taking these few moments out and sharing them with me, and just taking this time for you, being a part of this group. I really do feel like we have an opportunity to create something really special together, and I'm just really honored that you're here with me. So have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, and I'll connect with you next time. Bye for now.